your vibe, it be different. Can shine in your eyes what I'm missing. Your body Ferrari, but your mind is my interest. You finding your find in the sky, we gon' ride the eclipse. Like a Mercury transit.
Peace, y'all. Say what's Star Card Astrology, and I'm here to give your daily astrology guidance for Tuesday, November 8th, 2022. And I just want to remind to like, comment, and subscribe. You know the drill. Let's keep this popping. Let's grow this. Let's get this information out there because everybody really needs to understand where we're going spiritually and where we're going physically in our physical universe. So, let's pop this off. All right. So, let me start off by addressing the elephant in the room. Now, it is a total lunar eclipse, which I didn't put the chart for that one when it's going to actually hit, but I can actually... Let's see. Will be about 11, 10, 9 a.m. Right around 9 a.m. Right around 9 a.m. It'll be exact. Right? Because, let's see. The moon is going 12 degrees a day. So, if we're hitting this midday, that means we went 6 degrees. So, that's about a half a degree an hour. So, no, it'll be at about 6 a.m. See? This is all math, my people. This is all math. It's just math. These are angles, right? With the earth in the middle. That's all this is. So somewhere around 6 a.m. Okay? Now, what's that about? Oh, that's just what okay. So we have the sun. Baby, you're my sun and moon. Opposing, right? That's a lunar eclipse, right? And the lunar eclipse is in Taurus, right? Because it's the moon that is eclipsing the sun. So, and as we can see, we have... I'm just going to do this a little bit better so y'all can see everything here. We have all of this Scorpio energy opposing all of this Taurus, right? Now, this is the culmination of everything we've been talking about up until this point. You know, we have to focus on what we're creating in this life and what our ultimate creations are. And, you know, Scorpio is a water sign that is, it's almost like, you know, the deepest, you know, what do they call that part of the ocean? Man, it's fleeting me right now. But you know where it's like super dark and they got those weird fish that look like they're from another planet? That's the vibe of Scorpio, right? Right? It's like we don't know necessarily everything that's down there, but we can, you know, we have seen images and they've sent stuff down there and all that, right? But there's only so much information and data we can get. You can't really, like, understand the environment too well because light doesn't penetrate all the way down there, right? But the information that does come up is valuable. So this is where we have to look within our deepest parts of ourselves and our deepest emotions of what we're trying to create. What do we want to create? What have we been focused on creating? And go deeper. Go deeper. I'm going to do that again because I had like this weird little thing. This is asking us to go deeper within ourselves, right? And this is where it's like, you know, if you're wanting to build something, you know, like a business, right? And you've already built the business and it's already operating. How can you take it further, take it deeper, right? This is where you have to understand, like, what are you creating for real? Are you creating a small business or an empire? And even if you're creating a small business, you know, there's ways to take that further and take that deeper, right? Make it more organized, make it more structured. If that's what you're called to do in this life, right? If you're following your calling, your heart, your intuition, you know, there comes a point in your business where you can't do it all because it's just growing, right? It's just growing. And you might need to hire people and look how to do certain things and look how to, you know, the correct way to pay them and taxes and, you know, all types of things, right? Have a manager and have a team. And, you know, this is where we look deeper, but we move deeper as well. It's not just looking. This is where we move into a deeper part of what we're creating. And this lunation will emphasize that within our souls. Like, we will feel it, we'll want to do those things, and it's going to come up. Now, if we've been, you know, detached from what we're truly here to create, this is where those things can come up, right? This is where we can be like, well, why am I doing something, you know, or participating in creating something that has nothing to do with my soul and my soul's purpose? Like, that will come up heavy today, and it'll be felt emotionally, right? So move with those changes. Allow yourself to understand whether you're in the right path or not, which, you know, most of us should be at this point in time. But this is where we have to take it a step further. And, you know, this has a lot to do with what we're doing. Like, what are we building, right? This Saturn in Aquarius is squaring Venus, the Mercury, and the Sun, right? So this is also having us understand, well, what do we have to restructure and detach from that hasn't allowed us to grow and go deeper, right? Because at the same time, it's squaring Uranus and this eclipse. Okay? So this is a big deal here because, you know, Mars is in retrograde and we only have Chiron in Aries, right? So Mars in retrograde, Chiron's in Aries. And you know, this is where if we move through these more difficult emotional times where we're being called to go deeper, that we can heal ourselves and heal our lives and heal our egos through going through these trenches, right? Because nothing is necessarily easy right now. So if you're one of those people who are like, well, why are things so hard and why, and I never catch a break. All of us are not catching breaks. And we're not gonna catch a break for a while. It was about creating your own break, right? It's about not just manifesting it and like visualizing it and like expecting it to show up. It's about visualizing it, affirming and confirming, reaffirming that you deserve what you're trying to manifest, and then going out into whatever it is that you're trying to manifest and doing it, taking the steps to do whatever that is. Because that's the key to manifestation. You can sit and meditate and pray in one spot and visualize and reaffirm a million bajillion times. But our reality is physical, so we have to physically do something in order for it to manifest physically. So don't ignore where your emotions are telling you to go deeper. That's where you go. Right? And, you know, the way to win right now is really going to be through understanding self and loving yourself enough to make those changes and do those things, and not hold yourself back due to any fears that come up from walking that path or going deeper with a certain person, a partner, business, you know, whatever it may be. That's going to be the key here. Those of us who have been creating and working on, you know, our value and what we deem as valuable in this life, we have to go harder and we have to go deeper. That's what this eclipse is calling for us to do. It is a total eclipse. The last one was partial. This one will be total. And because, you know, we're not in daylight savings time anymore, we should get a good look at it. I think we should be able to see it pretty well. It's full moon. I mean, it will be in the daytime, but the Earth is in between the sun and the moon at this point. So, yeah, maybe we won't. But it'll be interesting to see, because the solar eclipses are the really more visual ones. So if you're up early, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., be able to catch that for sure. And even just being outside in that energy is really, really dope. I might actually put all my crystals and my crystal bracelets and stuff and my rings out on this one, because I'm a Taurus rising. So this is probably a good one for me, because I don't always do that, like charge my crystals and for every, you know, full moon. And even then, like, I also feel like if you charge on a full moon, that's a completion. So I almost feel like you should charge on a new moon, right? For the new energy to come in and flow through, so that you can have a better mindset and go in new places and create something new and better and fresh, instead of taking this completed energy that is kind of leaving. But that's just my take on it, right? People do what feels right to them. All right, so let's see the card for this eclipse. All right, so we have this 9 of Swords upright. So, you know, this is where, you know, there can be some anxiety about, going deeper about our creations. There can be some, some type of thing, emotional blockage that's trying to hold us back from, being able to go deeper within, what we're trying to create or what we have neglected to create. But this is where we have to like push through, right? It's like getting trapped in a maze of thorns, right? It's like if you want to get out, you're going to have to go through some pain. Like, it's not going to be easy, but once you get on the other side, there is salvation and freedom, right? So it's about enduring and not being afraid and not having anxiety about going through these hard places and these hard times, in order to get yourself to the place that you know and you truly feel like you deserve, right? Where we see ourselves as successful and, our higher selves, right? That vision that we have for ourselves, we have to move into it no matter how abrasive it feels. So, I hope that helped. And until next time, one love. Oh, I'm not clicked on it. One love.
Cause your vibe, it be different and shine in your eyes what I'm missing. Your body Ferrari, but your mind is my interest. You finding the sky, we gon' ride the Eclipse like a Mercury.